were taken. Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital. The Sheriff's Department said all 7 injured or wounded are expected to live. We know of at least 3 who had surgery today, including this couple's good friend Antoine Churchian, a UCSB student. They say he knew there was a gunman on the loose last night as he skateboarded home.
And then he sees the black BMW with the windshields busted out and everything, and then he says, oh, that's definitely got the gun. So he jumps off and hits the deck, and then he tries to tell Antoine. But Antoine turns around, and then the guy with the car just drives by and just shoots him 4 times. And then
where was he shot?
He was shot once right here, once in the hip, once in the butt, and then once in the arm.
They told us Churchian had seen the video that the gunman left.
First thing he said was he was going on about how psycho the guy was, and that he just couldn't understand why someone would do that to anyone.
And that man speaking and his girlfriend live in Isla Vista. They said because of what happened last night, they're thinking about moving to someplace else when they come back for school in the fall. Reporting live from Isla Vista, Greg Mills, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Greg. CBS 2's Tom Wade has been looking into the complicated past of the gunman, Elliot Rogers. He continues our team coverage now live from Santa Barbara. Tom.
And Rodger was obsessed with rejection, obsessed with the fact that women, he said, would not talk to him. He said he lived in his own personal hell, and he promised to take it out on all of the kids here in Isla Vista.
I'll take great pleasure in slaughtering all of you.
The deranged rants of an alleged killer posted on YouTube just hours before his apparent shooting rampage.
After I've annihilated every single girl in the sorority house, I'll take to the streets of Isla Vista and slay every single person I see there. All those popular kids who live such lives of hedonistic pleasure while I've had to rot in loneliness for all these years.
Elliot Rogers rails on women and men his age, saying they've robbed him of love and companionship. Rodger appears obsessed with being rejected by women.
Girls, all I've ever wanted was to love you and to be loved by you. I've wanted a girlfriend. I've wanted sex. I've wanted love, affection, adoration.
While some of the clips were posted yesterday, just hours before the bloodshed, some of the videos were uploaded several days ago. According to the Rodger family attorney, the clips raised alarm, and the attorney claims the family reached out to police, but couldn't say which department.
They reported this weeks ago. There was an investigation by the police department. He had multiple, and I'm telling you, multiple therapists. He had a social worker who as recently as last week was concerned, and who's the one that actually called the police.
Police have not confirmed this is Rodger's apartment building, but neighbors tell us this is where he lived. It's also where the coroner removed 3 bodies this afternoon. The Rodger family attorney said he had roommates. Neighbors say he barely said a word.
He didn't seem like a notable person of any kind.
All right, and we do have some excerpts of a manifesto that was posted online. Basically, the suspect, Rodger, posting some very boastful copy saying the police have searched my room, found all the guns and weapons, along with writings about what I plan to do along with them. I would have been thrown in jail, he says, denied the chance to exact revenge to all of my enemies. I can't imagine a hell darker than that. Thankfully, that wasn't the case, but it was so close. We'll, of course, have more on his background coming up later tonight. Reporting live here in Santa Barbara, I'm Tom Wade, CBS 2 News.
All right, Tom, thank you. Elliot Rogers was born in England, but grew up in the shadow of Hollywood. His parents are divorced. CBS 2's Art Barron continues our team coverage live outside Rogers' father's house in Woodland Hills. Art?
That's right, Andrea. And as a matter of fact, just about 1 minute ago, this gentleman right down the street came up to me and asked me, he said, what's going on? And I told him, and he just broke down in tears. Now he's on the cell phone talking to his friends because he knows the father who lives here at the particular house. But we're learning more about the 22-year-old who went on that gun rampage last night. And a lot of the information we're also learning from posted videos.
Girls haven't been attracted to me.
This is one of the many videos Elliot Rogers posted on his YouTube channel. Isolation and rejection from women were recurring themes, and he seemed obsessed.
When you're a kid, you don't have to worry about, things like being attractive or how many girls like you.
The family believes that the child was, in fact, the perpetrator.
the perpetrator of last night's shooting in Isla Vista. Family attorney Alan Schiffman says the 22-year-old seen here on his Facebook page suffered from Asperger's syndrome, a high-functioning form of autism that can lead to difficulty in social interaction.
This country, this world needs to address mental illness and the ramifications from not recognizing these illnesses.
The 22-year-old's father, Peter Rodger, as seen on Facebook, is an assistant director in Hollywood, worked on the movie Hunger Games. Neighbors shocked over the tragedy say Elliot Rogers was close to his father.
He always say hello, very nice, intelligent guy. Never heard about it. But what about him?
The inner story of the person's life that caused him to go on a killing spree because he couldn't get girls or whatever blew my mind.
This UCSB sophomore eating lunch today at a Woodland Hills cafe drove down from Isla Vista for the Memorial Day weekend only an hour before gunfire erupted last night.
A few of my friends live in the Del Playa house that was behind the body, like where the body, he was laying dead. And they called me and they're like, where are you? Like, are you okay?
Elliot Rogers attended Santa Barbara Community College. He went to high schools, including Crespi Carmelite High School in Encino, Taft High in Woodland Hills, and Birmingham High in Reseda, where he was enrolled in an individualized education program for students with an educational disability. Through the attorney, the parents here are sending their deepest condolences to the victims' families. That's the very latest. We're live in Woodland Hills. Art Barrett, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Art. Stay with CBS 2 News for continuing coverage of the investigation into the student shooting rampage near UC Santa Barbara.
Don't you talk to me like that. I'm your mother. I don't stand for this shit in my house. You don't have to. Oh, where do you think you're going? I'm not leaving. Try and stop me.
Now that was actually a trip. This young kid, 22 years old, in Santa Barbara doing that mass shooting and stabbings because he couldn't get laid. What the fuck? Now being 22 years old, I remember when I was 22 years old. I don't want to think about when I was 22 years old. All that pussy I was getting, especially when I started modeling too. But that's another story. But I'm thinking like, you know, maybe you could have went online and it's one of these little dating websites, or maybe just hit the gym at your age. Just hit the gym and, you know, something recreational. And those gyms are meat markets, so I just don't understand why. I mean, though he had options, but to take your life too as well. Fuck your whole future up. Disappoint your parents and all that shit. Disappoint yourself. I just don't understand it. I mean, damn. I think there's something more going on in that dome of his. Because for you to be mentally so sick to post up a YouTube video too prior before reacting, really, well, let's say acting on what you said you was gonna do. That shit is crazy. You know? It reminds me of like the base shootings, you know, and then also the LAX shooting, all those other videos that I had done with the certain individuals who had mental issues and then they just went off. But to be so young, I mean, when you're 22 years old, you ain't even seen the world yet. So it's like something in that noggin might have not been right, or maybe it's just that, I don't know, maybe it's the I'm entitled type deal, you know. But think about it, everybody don't score a dime piece. It don't work that way. When I say Don Peace, y'all know what I'm talking about. He's talking about he want to take out all them hot sorority girls. That was crazy. Man, he meant that shit and he did it. Sicko. It's like at any given time.
It seems you need this.
In this world nowadays,
You know, this is very bad for you, Melissa.
you can have a nutcase just standing right next to you. You can be in fucking Walmart. Right on the side of you could be a nutcase that's ready to let off.
BT's getting us some credit. That means there'll be some interest. Okay.
It's sick. Y'all tell me your thoughts on that video. You know what I mean? Those clips that you saw of him plotting prior, before he had pulled the shit that he did.
Can we just focus on just a little?
Till then, I'll catch you guys on another one. And feel free to sub. And man, nothing surprises me anymore in this world. Nothing. Never fails.